Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm your host for today's stream, Mr. Liam Cross. This is Ero Ps F4, the final round in Saudi Arabia. We're going to have 25 laps of action today for a very exciting Grand Prix. There are 25 points between Jack Bailey in P1 and Michael Rominski in P2. However, and this will be very exciting, Jack Bailey is not here today. And we don't know what type of effect that will have on the championship fight because, and this is going to surprise you, maybe shock you a little bit, Rominski needs to win the race and get fastest lap or pole position to secure the championship. An unlikely feat, to say the least, but certainly a possible one. I was in a similar situation this season in Cone Racing League. I was 30 points ahead of second place and I could not attend the final round. 30 points to 0 is a race win. I was sweating, to say the least, watching the race. That day my opponent finished P3, but if he had won the race, countback would have been on his side. Rominski does not share that same fortune. If Rominski was to win this race today, he would finish behind Jack by essentially the F1 equivalent of goal difference, second place countback. So Rominski needs to play a blinder, to say the least, but he's staying in the pit lane for now. I'm not entirely sure why. Ennis is using a hotspot for his Wi-Fi, so we'll be evaluating him just to make sure his internet isn't causing a disruption to other drivers. If it is, we will ask him to retire outside of the road. Yes, 25 laps of action here in Jeddah today. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Now let me see, is this stream working? Yes, I've got 2 people watching. Oh my lord, wow. Whew. Getting a little bit shy. 4 people. Wow, I'm getting shy now. God, I can't cope. Too many people. Cannot cope. But no. 12 drivers today, only 7 F4 full-timers. I think it's safe to say that people just do not want to play this game anymore. Gio says hi. Hello Gio, congratulations on your move to FP1. Don't know who the other 3 or 2 people are. We'll hopefully see soon. I believe one of them is going to be Bashi shouting abuse at me. And the other one I reckon is Lee Webb watching the stream while racing. I hope I've got those predictions right. Let me know in the comment section below. I am out of breath today. I don't know why. It's probably because I am carrying too much weight. So, if I'm out of breath at any point, just know nothing exciting has happened. I'm going to get the mini-map up now. We are 8 or so minutes into qualifying. The first time I made this stream, it didn't work. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, I'm sorry, but this is going to be uploaded after the fact. I'm not going to make a prediction just yet, as I need to see Rominski leave the pit lane, which he is not doing. I don't know if Rominski is going for a last to first, but that will be a bold prediction indeed. I'm going to be looking on board with JS Villeneuve as he's coming around the final corner. Looks like he's his teammate letting him by. Stevie ready to start a second hot lap. Stevie, of course, your race winner in F5 earlier this evening. Stevie looking to upset the F4 dogs as JS Villeneuve, Joao Santos goes P9 at 1:30.3. A good lap time, 2 seconds off the pace of Mr. Golden Flame in P1, who at first we thought really would be a championship contender. It's fallen away from him with a couple of DNFs, a couple of non-starts. It's been unfortunate for Mr. Golden Flame. You would have expected a little bit more from him. Same for Barry Kruger, who was really tipped at the start of the season to be the best driver by far, unless there was the possibility of his internet failing him, and that has come to fruition slightly, but again, a lot of DNFs really hurting Barry Kruger's chances of being in this championship fight. He got 75 points in the first 4 races, and if he'd kept that form up, he would have won the championship by around about 200 points. But instead, he's not really got those points ever again. He's not really had that great race until last week in Monza, where he won the race quite a few seconds ahead of Ero Crackshot, who is not here again today. So unfortunate for Crackshot. His PlayStation 5, or his PlayStation 4, died not a little while ago. So we're going to see what happens there. There's also the battle for All-Stars against F4, one of the more competitive classes. Crackshot in the chat a little bit worried about his status as an All-Star, because if Adam Bradshaw finishes in the top 4, he will be the next man. So that time, that will be quite exciting. I need to see who is on a lap. I just don't know who is on a lap. Absolutely no one, apart from James Sullivan. James Sullivan. Where can James Sullivan be across the line? It's a 129.6. Very impressive lap time by him indeed. Lee Webb has validated his lap. Already sector 1. I have a feeling he's gonna go again if he has enough fuel. Then next up, the current pole sitter, Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame. 3 times ahead of Venice. 3 times ahead of Venice. Can he secure the? Can he secure the fame? Can he secure the fame? Going very fast. Very fast. Forgive me, I did not catch his delta, but I'm sure it was probably a belter. Mr. Golden Flame around the final corner. Mr. Golden Flame is it a stunner? Across the line. Where will he be? Will he be fine? Yes, he will. It's a 128.3. The Ero Ps 128.260. Only 4 hundredths ahead of Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame. Wow. Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame. Wow. Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame. And Mr. Golden Flame looking very spicy. Removing the yellow pit lane. Can he get some spice to the mix? I'm not sure rapping is for me. I'm not sure rapping is for me. I can't lie. I'm not a particularly good wordsmith. I'm going to, without further ado, end that segment. That's no doubt being clipped. Or if it's not being clipped, it's just Bashi telling Ennis that I'm a terrible singer. Kisiak goes P2 at 128.356. Nearly losing control of the car. Mr. Golden Flame is actually a 380. I thought it was a 300. My apologies. But we're going to go on board with Rominski now in the first sector of Saudi Arabia Jeddah Corniche circuit. Rominski needs to set a blinding lap if he wants any chance of winning this championship. But it looks like quite a slow affair. Currently is yellow flag in sector 1 for a Ferrari. I believe that's Stevie, possibly letting another driver through. Yeah, Stevie won 128.3. And these front 4 look miles clear of the rest of the pack. Can Rominski join them in the lower 128s? It's going to be interesting to see Rominski coming out of the second sector chicane down the second DRS straight, pushing with all he has. A lovely helmet fitting the McLaren livery, pushing it across the curb. It's going to have to go a little bit wide. Now deploying all of the ERS and all of the DRS, the fuel can flashing. Rominski is pushing to the absolute max as he comes up to the final corner. A little bit of an unorthodox one. Braking a little bit late, but hitting the apex beautifully. Coming out of the final corner. Can Rominski set the fastest lap of the day so far? It's going to be tight. And he goes P5 at 128.8. He's going to need 5 tenths. He's going to see himself P1. He might not have enough time to reach the pit lane, so that's going to be really, really sticky for him. If he does not get pole position, you can almost certainly kiss his championship chances goodbye. Just how it is. Dave Cook here, and I don't know who that is, having a little bit of a kerfuffle. Cook is on a lap time, and Phil Noakes is on a lap time, so who is on a lap time? Stevie on a lap time? Well, Stevie's pushing again. Okay, Stevie. I don't know if Stevie is pitted. I'm going to check the tyres now. Yeah, he's been on these tyres for 2 laps, so he's actually done a lap, a cool-down lap, and then another lap. So we're going to see if this works for him. Nearly losing control of the car, and yeah, it's not worked for him, has it? Question's been answered pretty quickly, and I do not believe there's enough time for Stevie to get into the pit lane and come back out. So that is the end of qualifying for Stevie. That's going to be P2 on the grid at most. But Kvyat wants to go on flame. We're going to put his title, or his race-winning chances, pole chances, second place chances, whatever you want to call it, into risk. Rominski coming around the final corner now, completely out of fuel, and he's going to need to push if he wants to get into this pit lane. Causing a yellow flag, so I cannot see how much time he has left, but it's certainly going to be tight. 2 minutes 50. I think that's the speeding into the pit lane offence, in all honesty, but Ruminek throwing everything at this final lap. He's going to have to be in and out of the pit lane within about a minute. The car is teleporting. As soon as he gets into the pit lane, you can bet he is going to switch onto the softs. I do believe Rominski is being a little bit clever and is fixing his tyres. Fixing his tyres. What am I talking about? No, but Rominski, 1 minute 28 to get around this circuit. I think Rominski can do it. I'm going to sound bored with Rominski. Actually, I'm not going to sound bored with Rominski because Villeneuve is half a tenth up on his time. Can he improve from 130.83? He does improve by 5 tenths, but it's still going to put him P11 on the grid. And a great lap time by him, and Rominski is out of the pit lane with 1 minute 50 left. It is looking like he's going to set another lap time. This is going to be a really interesting stuff. Has the AlphaTauri ahead. Van Krieger possibly hitting the wall. And wing damage at this point of the session is not going to be helpful indeed. And these cars might want to stop pushing because Rominski's facing the possibility of having to do his lap time directly behind Barry Krieger if this keeps up. This is the Ferrari of JS Villeneuve letting these cars by, yeah, and you can see Rominski pushing. Rominski does not want to be held behind other cars. That makes lots of sense. So who's first up to start the lap times going to be Jay Sunny coming across the line. What time can he do breaking into the first turn down into third gear, clipping both apexes, going wide at turn 2 to get a good run. And we'll turn free kick into the awful sector 1. Taking a little bit slowly in the first turn. Now staying to the middle of the track to get a good run into the next following corners. Clipping the apex, going across the curb on the exit of sector 1. Now coming up to the loop. Swinging the car in quite wide. It's quite a good lap time from him so far. Pushing with everything he has, but at some point we are going to go on board with Rominski, so we're going to see what James Sullivan can do. Second lap time, going to get a flag. It's for, I believe, Mr. Golden Flame, who's stopped on track to let other cars through. He's not happy with his lap time. That's going to be Stevie ahead of Mr. Golden Flame for now. Sullivan is a tenth behind his last lap time, so we're going to go aboard with Rominski now and see how much has he improved coming out of the first sector. only half a tenth. That is not going to be enough for pole position at this rate unless he can really, really push. It's an Alpine or Nino or Kiziak. No, it's actually Kiziak. My apologies. So Stevie might actually keep P2 here. It's incredible lap time from the F5 driver. Ruminek flying out of the first chicane. And what is this lap time going to be? Deploying the ERS and the DRS. Flying through the corner, going a little bit wide again, not taking that corner. Great. DRS deployed, but I don't believe this is going to be the fastest lap of the session. Ennis yet to set a lap time as well. Anyway, so expect Ennis to possibly improve and make pole position. Simply unavoidable. Ruminek coming across the line. He needs to be a 128.1. What's it going to be? So 128.4. A good lap time, a fairly good improvement, but just not enough to get pole position. And his championship chances have all but vanished here in the nightlife of Jeddah. A better performance is fairly unlikely, to say the least. Dave Kukia comes across the line at P9. So Ero Ennis will be your pole sitter for today, followed by Stevie TV, with Kiziak running out the potential podium positions. Mr. Golden Flame is on the second row to just ahead of Ruminek, the championship rival, who needs to get a perfect race to keep his championship alive in the final round. And he is joined by the Worm P6 on the grid. Yeah, Barry Kruger making up the fourth rows of the grid with Dave Kukia and Sullivan run out the points paying positions. And then Bastien Freeze and Joao Santos rounding out the back of the grid. This is going to be an interesting one, folks. If you're enjoying this video, this race, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you're new, click the description, the link in the description below. Join the Discord server. There's plenty of good racing. You're going to get to you're going to get to chat to the drivers. You're going to get to be one of the drivers. You're going to enjoy yourself, I promise. So have a good one. But we are about to get you underway in Jeddah. I cannot get my words right whatsoever. I had an assignment due. I'm a little bit tired. I apologise for that. I can't bring my best for the championship finale, and that's a real shame. So, a reminder: there's no formation lap today. Stevie too fast. Wilkser. Who is Wilkser? I do not remember Wilkser. I'm so sorry. Please let me know who you are in the comment section. There's no formation lap, so we'll be getting underway rather shortly, within a minute. As people prepared their strategies in Jeddah, you'd expect it to be a relatively easy, medium, hard. However, the soft is a viable tyre at this circuit. It's a very long circuit, which means it's not really laps, but it's also quite a quick circuit. Black Wolf Way, of course. How could I forget? My apologies. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying yourself today. 15 minutes until we get underway. Reminder, Ruminsky needs to win this race and to get the fastest lap of the session in order to be crowned champion. It's unlikely, but as Jack Bailey did say earlier on today, Leicester won the Premier League at 5,000 to 1 odds. So who knows? We've got 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go for Ero Ps F4 in Jeddah Corniche for the final round of the season. Ruminsky already looking to make a move. There's someone diving quite erratically. I have no idea what's going on. Stevie all the way to the back of the field. Dave Kukia somehow up into P2, but I have a feeling he may be reported there, as that was a very, very optimistic dive. Ruminsky in a war with Yarninho, but Ruminsky makes the overtake for now. He may have gives that position back though, because the overtake did appear to be made off circuit. We're going to be seeing that very, very shortly. If he does receive a 5-second time penalty, again, he can kiss his championship chances goodbye. Lee Webb somehow into the lead of this race, starting at P6. Fantastic start by him. There was a little bit of ghosting, so I don't really know what happened there. Ennis down the order a little bit. Here we're going to see, and Dave Pickett all over the back of Lee Webb. Just want to check, does Stevie have damage? It doesn't appear so that's good news for him at the very least. But this was a very chaotic start to the race. Not entirely sure what happened. Just making sure, yeah, the broadcast is still active. Good, there's contact and there's ghosting. And I think Dave Pickett may be experiencing desync here. Oh, okay. Someone's lagging really badly. Is it Lee Webb lagging badly? No, Bashi, if you're in the comment section, you're going to have to let me know. Free wide into turn one. Rominski on the outside, Gold on the inside. Gold secures the position. And Rominski's under threat from Kiziak. Possible contact, but no, Rominski keeps it under check. And Rominski down into P4. Yanino having a little bit of a collision with the wall. Possible damage to his car, but it doesn't seem so yet visually at the very least. But Yanino drifting very wide there, so I expect damage may have actually happened. Phil now finding himself back to grid, possibly contact with another car, we never know. Ennis is lagging a little bit, but not awfully as of yet. This race is looking very scrappy. Dave Pickett has made the move on Lee Webb, and Lee Webb now falling down the order. Mr. Gonflame, the next person to go for an overtake, but Lee Webb lagging really badly. I think Lee Webb might be who is lagging. Oh, contact with the wall from Lee Webb. I'm not sure if that was him or his ghost. That sounded bad. There may be damage on Lee Webb's car. There's a yellow flag down the pack, and it's Bastian Freeze without a front wing. Did he make contact with Giannino? Not so sure. Mr. Gonflame and Lee Webb now driving through each other. Rominski, the next person to look for an overtake. This is looking hellish. Lee Webb, no pace on the straight. Looks like he went for a very high downforce setup. Rominski up into P3, and this is a good start to the race for him. Remember, Ennis and Barry are still quite close behind, so it's not all over in the battle for P2. So Rominski would like to defend that honour at the very least to get the silver medal. It's not quite gold, but it's better than bronze or nothing. This is going to going very wide out of the first sector, setting the fastest lap. Not particularly a surprise given how he set the lap. I expect a warning would have been given for that. But this game is a little bit wonky. There's a yellow flag behind, and it's for Lee Webb now. He finds himself facing the wrong way. Unfortunate way to end such a good start to the Grand Prix. Mr. Gunflame looking for an overtake on Dave Pickett quite early on. You'd think you'd want to go for the overtake at the final DRS straight, but no. Mr. Gunflame goes now. Rubinek next up. And Rubinek is on the medium compound of tyres. That's just like interesting. I only just noticed. Most people on the mediums, in fact. Only 4 people on the hards. You've got some brave drivers today. Kiziak coming very close to the back of Rubinek there, and Dave Pickett is going for an overtake on Mr. Gonflame. Is Rominski looking to do an overtake of his own? Fastest lap set by just about everyone. Pickett on the inside, but he just can't make it stick. Mr. Gonflame will keep the position for now, but Dave Pickett with a fantastic exit out of turn 2. Secures P1 for the time being. Mrs. Gonflame looking to have a little bit of a pace advantage for now, however. But Kiziak on the hard compound of tyres. Do not count this man out for the end of this race. This is fantastic pace from him, and on the second stint you expect him to fly away with things just a little bit. If he can make the overtake stick, which in Jeddah it's not the hardest thing in the world to do. Ennis making the move for P5 on Yanino, but Yanino going for a switchback and a half. Just doesn't come to fruition, however. And then there's quite a big gap behind Barry Kruger to James Surrey, where 4 of the 5 F5 drivers reside. And then the other F5 driver is in P1, that's interesting. Mr. Golden Flame this time playing it a little bit more intelligently, staying behind Kukia for now. And Cookie going incredibly wide. I will be amazed if turn 1 isn't reported. From what I saw, it did seem like Cookie kind of shunted everyone out of the way, which is obviously not ideal. It's a Golden Flame going down the inside of Cookie. Both trying to play the DRS battle. Who has won it? I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it's a Golden Flame. Actually, in fact, neither of them have won the DRS battle. Rimanek now squeezed in. He's going to have to pull out. It's so unfortunate. Kiziak possibly going for a move now. No, not quite, Mr. Golden Flame. And Kukia batting for P1. Ruminski down the inside for an epic switchback, and he only gets it on one car, but it was still a good overtake. Nevertheless, Ruminski into P2 now. And if only he picked up one more point across the season, we could be looking at your new champion. This is so tight. If they had to finish on 0 points, that would be incredible. Going to get a flag in section 1. It's James Sullivan losing control of the car and coming to a halt. Now vulnerable to Shuar Villeneuve, CV to CV now P10. So I think there may have even been contact between the two. I'm not entirely sure. CV was definitely ahead. And Barry's now finally caught up to this train. Why is this so tight? It's a DRS battle, baby. This is a good one. It's a shame you're not here to join in. Mr. Golden Flame now going for an overtake on Dave Kukier. Ruminski also going for it. Oh my god, they're all going for it. Ruminski actually pushing Mr. Golden Flame through the corner. Kiziak getting a little bit ambitious with that overtaking manoeuvre. They've all got DRS. Apart from Mr. Golden Flame, Mr. Golden Flame building up quite a gap. Kiziak now going for an overtake around Dave Kukier as well, around the outside of the final corner. Who's going to make the move stick? Oh, nearly Kukier nearly pushing Kiziak into a wall. Hi, Russia! Nice to see you, bro. This is the final round. It's a shame you're not here as well. 3 wide into turn 1. Dave Kukier. Oh my god, what is going on? Kukier nearly taking out Kiziak. Ennis smartly pulling out of the move. Kukier crashing into Ruminski. Saudi again? What do you mean Saudi again? But it's the final round of the season. Yeah, championship finale. It's going to be an exciting one. But Mr. Golden Flame is now using this opportunity to break away from the pack. Kiziak. You might have raced her an F5, I'm not entirely sure, Rosha. But Ruminek now needs to catch up to Kiziak. Oh, but Ruminek's actually lost control of the car. And Ennis looking for an overtake now. Very optimistic. Ennis's internet bugging out just a little bit. Nearly close behind. Kukier somehow kept the car on the tracks. Barry Kruger nearly loses it in the background. This has been a very exciting affair so far. There's a yellow flag for Bastian Freeze. So a bit of a nightmare so far. Another yellow flag, and that's a safety car in fact, as Bastian Freeze lost his front wing. Yes, he has. And if you're a medium runner, surely there is no debate. You have to pit now. But it'd be interesting to see. I would absolutely pit for the hard tyres, and if there's another safety car. Thank you, Francisco. Oh, nice one, brother. Yep. Oh, yeah, Ennis into the... everyone into the pit lane. Ennis into the pit lane. Yanino into the pit lane. Kukier into the pit lane. Barry Kruger also into the pit lane, even though he's on the hard tyres. Opting to go for a 2-stop. Interesting. Kiziak staying out, but that's not particularly surprising, I have to say. Ruminski, has he lost a position to anyone? No, I don't believe so. Next up, Villeneuve, just about an illegal one. CV, letting his teammate pit, that makes a lot of sense. Next up will be Lee Webb. What is he going to do? Oh, just about makes it legal. Now, next up, James Sullivan. So Ruminski is pitted on for the hard tyre. Has not lost a single position. That is a well-played move by him. James Sully opts to stay out. Bastian Freeze into the pit lane. Surely. Yes, he is. Yeah, with no front wing. Not really even worth talking about, actually, in hindsight. Stevie with quite an illegal pit cut. But I only report if I see 2 pit cuts. That's how it's been for a while. Sebastian Freeze with the Legend Norris. Oh, well, it's a nice little helmet by him. Safety car you expect to come in at around lap 9. Sebastian Freeze going to be part of the reason the safety car can't come in lap 8, as he needs to catch up to the pack quite quickly. I have a Monster Energy Ultra next to me that doesn't actually have any drink in it. Well, gutted. That's upset my day, that has. Yeah, and it seems like other people have agreed that the web has some dangerous internet. For now, we're going to go back on board with the web just to see if the problem is persisting. Bouncing through forward a little bit, but it looks fine for now. It's not perfect, but I'm not sure it's cause for disqualification. Unless people are really struggling to battle him, but I'm not sure they are. If you're Rominski, I think a lap 20 safety car is probably in your best interests right now. If they can go there, somehow he makes the overtaking Golden Flame. Or no, or rather, he's P2. It's the Golden Flame pit. Well, you know, not they all pit for soft tyres. Then Golden Flame goes for the overtake. Sorry. Oh, I'm getting this all wrong, aren't I? Wow, my head is not in the right atmosphere today. Vreminski goes for the overtake of Golden Flame with DRS, with not being hindered. Then makes the move stick like that for 23. Then the championship could actually be his, which I think is highly unlikely, but always a possibility. Safety car coming in this, that massive freeze, getting close to catching up to it, and there's been some type of overtaking. The yeah, okay, that internet mainly isn't struggling. Bastion. Oh, look at Stevie going a little bit wide. I'm not entirely sure why. The safety car surely is not coming in now. No, way too late. Bastion freeze. It's too late. The safety car just a little bit, meaning that it won't be in until lap 9 at the earliest and most likely latest, if we're being honest. If you're enjoying this video, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, please join the Discord server. Wait, hey. Can you get copyright striked for murmuring the Mario theme? I mean, now that I've said it's a Mario theme, maybe half of the stuff where he goes. The web has got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags as he went through an overtake somewhere. I'm not sure. We're going mad. Your note is reporting and is for lagging. It's not rapping or singing, it's humming. Okay? Humming. Apparently Ennis is lagging on Yanino's screen, which was slightly to be expected. Hopefully it's not a game-breaking issue. As the safety car is in this lap, we will monitor the situation with Ennis. If required, I will message him to retire from the session, but that's in severe circumstances, like Barry Kruger in the Britain sprint from earlier on this season, in which he was literally unpassable. Kisiek looking to get going fairly quickly, going a little bit wide into the final corner to get a better run across the line. Mr. Gonflame going side by side, possibly illegal. Kisiek weaving, going quite slowly. And when is he going to go? It's going to be now, when he appears to have caught the field sleeping, but not Rominski using all of the, stops using the ERS. He's going to go for an overtake into turn 1. I'll be thinking, oh my god, Dave Cookier, these Typhons are really out of control, my friend. Yeah, pushing Barry Kruger wide, fighting in the back of the field. Is the Web's internet fine? It looks to be so. Going very slowly in the second sector. Gold nearly losing control of the car, so does Rominski. And it's looking hot on the wheels of Rominski, and Cookier clearly not taking that corner as intended. The subtlety was not very subtle there. There's a gap to Yanino. The cars ahead and the cars behind. Villeneuve going very wide. Sullivan's going to make the overtake stick. Sullivan new season, no traction on this game. So bless him for doing 2 races in one day. It's keeping it on the track in this one. A move for the lead of this race. Kisiek losing control of the car, losing all of his momentum, and you've got to think Rominski's going to go for an overtake now. Surely he's got the slipstream. But he backed out of it. He's playing the long game. Kisiek has to pit again. Rominski doesn't make much sense. Rominski there. Villeneuve into the wall. Does he have damage? I don't believe so. Looks like Baskin Freeze was caught up in that incident. Okay, that's in the front of the field. Golden Flame. Now, you expect him to break away from Kisiek. Kisiek is on the older compound of tyres. And then this Golden Flame and Roadski, but only really use the tyres during the safety car period, but we yet to see. Kisiek is definitely going a little bit slower, losing control of the car there, but that's only going to hurt Rominski, and this can go for an overtake. He teases it, but thinks better of it. He knows that that corner, turn 4, is not the place to make an overtake stick. It's just simply not worth it. And it's hot on his wheels, and it's fell out of the championship hunt last time out. And I believe wants to make sure that Rominski does not benefit from this either. I kind of think Rominski finishing on 25, getting 25 points, but not getting the fastest lap is more interesting than him getting the fastest lap. But then I don't know if Rominski would ever be able to lift that down. It's also important to remember that Jack Bailey has missed quite a few races, about 3 or 4 races this season, including this one obviously. So if he was to be able to turn up for the entire season, you'd expect Jack Bailey to have won the title with a couple of races to go, but that is all life. Consistency is a part of the championships. I can say the same for CRL, but you know, why not just win it legitimately anyway? Would rather do that than have to play to excuses. But Ruminek getting the slipstream of Scarfane sets the fastest lap of the session. Ruminek does not have DRS. It looks like Kisiek might be moving under braking. No, he is not. Ennis catching up slowly behind. Stevie making the overtake on Sullivan. Making it stick. Kisiek is really holding up the cars behind her, causing a little bit of a train going to the back of the field. His old tyres are no longer working, and he loses the car only in places where an overtake is unlikely, to say the least, which is kind of helpful for him. Doesn't want to spin, but if you're going to spin, you want to do it at the place people can't overtake. However, it's definitely hurting that, and it's nearly hitting Rominski and ending this championship. A little bit too early for my liking. I want there to be a little bit of doubt until the final minute. Rominski will have an offering of DRS though. I would not go for the overtake on this straight if I was him. I'd wait until the second one. Spinning yellow flag further back. It's for Stevie the TV this time. Yanino and Dave Cooker going side by side. Yanino making the overtake stick. He's not going to have the DRS into the next corner, so I think he may be vulnerable now to not a switch back, but a return pass. Ruminski nowhere near the back of Kiziak, so he's not going to go for a move into the final corner. Kukia does re-overtake. No. Runek to the outside of Kiziak. Can he make the overtake stick? Yes, he can, and it's nearly into the back of Kiziak. Kiziak slowing people down quite significantly. Nino and Neo Kukia side by side. Freezing overtake on Sullivan. A lovely, lovely, lovely overtake. Nino around the outside of Neo Kukia once again, who's gone wide. This is a fantastic battle in sector 2. Kukia bumps Nino ever so slightly. Nino cuts the corner, kind of, you know, very half battling. Kukia's into a wall. That's his front wing gone, and that has to be a second safety car, surely. Yes, it is. Kukia losing control of the car once again. And now on board with Kukia. Does he retire from the session? On track? No, he doesn't. But that is going to be a second safety car. Mr. Golden Flame will be gutted with that one after what was potentially an easy race win. And now, this is the interesting bit. Who pits, who doesn't? Kiziak obviously going to pit. But if I was Rubinek, I would really pit right now. I would really pit. It's about the only chance he has. What just happened there? He just crashed into a wall. You didn't get ring damage from it though, somehow. Golden Flame opts to stay out. Rubinek, surely you have to pit, my friend. No! Rubinek! Oh, Rubinek, what are you doing? Rubinek! Don't know what's going on with Stevie, by the way. There's 2 drive-through penalties now. That doesn't seem to make sense. Rubinek, what are you doing? Oh, Rubinek. That's... Does Rubinek know he's in a title fight? And he needs fastest lap? I'm not sure. Rubinek may have just thrown... He would have come out of the pits. P7. No, he was ahead of Kiziak, wasn't he? He would have come out of the pits P6. With Baskin and Lee Webb, who've been slower this Grand Prix. Then Ennis and Golden Flame on old tyres. And so, I can't believe that. I can't believe that decision. That was... Wow. Rubinek. Seaweed's retired from session in the pit lane. That makes a lot of sense with 2 drive-throughs. You're simply not going to come back from that. Unless there's another safety car, but then if it's not your championship, who cares, really? But that Rubinek, I can't believe you've done that. That has shocked me. You might win the race. But the war, I'm not so sure about the war with that move. Maybe there's a second safety car and then you pit, but then everyone else is going to stay out. I think that's the end of the championship then. It was already, you know, unlikely. But I think that has to be where we call it a day. So without further ado, I've been your host this evening, Liam Cross. Jack Bailey is your season. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Rominski, that shocked me. Don't say you're coming into pits now, Rominski. Anyone opting to come into the pit lane? No, I do not believe so. Yeah, crack shot, I'm in shock. I am in shock as well. Ruminski opts a track position rather than the bolder but almost necessary strategy call that I think likely would have seen him. It's not a guarantee that Ruminski wins the race if he puts your mediums. That's true. Let's remember that. But yeah, that shocks me. What is the fastest lap? Fastest lap so far is at 1:31.6 by Mr. Golden Flame. Everyone else with a much slower lap, but that is partly due to Kiziak slowing down the pace a little bit behind Mr. Golden Flame. The hards are a durable tyre, and as you lose fuel, as if you are coming in this lap, as you lose fuel, you can set fast lap times near the end of the session, but it will be interesting as Crackshot deletes his message in F4. I saw that. But we're about to go underway for more racing in the streets of Jeddah. Ruminek heating these tyres up nicely. Golden Flame controlling the start. Ruminek all out attack. When is Gold going to go? He's gone. He is gone. He is gone. Ruminek getting a lovely start. Keeping Ennis behind, and it looked like Lee Webb might be going for an overtake on Kiziak into the first turn, but not quite. Is there any battling? Dave Cook here. Oh, and there's a crash, and it's Ero Ennis who's lost control of the car, finding himself in the wall. He does not have damage, however. Alex, I didn't quite understand your question. As to someone else out, it's James Sullivan, Mr. Golden Flame with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, dearie me. He's got a fantastic start, though. He has Mr. Golden Flame. It's undeniable. Lee Webb. Oh, it was Lee Webb who lost control of the car. My apologies. Sebastian Freeze and Kiziak now battling for P4. Ruminek. Yeah, Ruminek at 1.5 behind Gold. If he went for the mediums, think about what could have been. Two of the guys in front of I can't believe that. I'm shocked. Oh! Massive crash. Sebastian Freeze finding himself on the escape road. Kiziak possibly facing a penalty, keeping Barry Kruger just behind. Barry maybe going for a lunge into the final turn. But no, thinks better of it for now. He's going to go for a little bit of a switch back. Going to use the ERS to his advantage. Going to see Ruminski and Golden Flame seemingly dropping Yarninho. The top fight may still be on, actually. This would be gutting if Jack is to lose. Oh my god, okay, Dave Cookie is just taking out Kiziak. Great, it's good driving. Oh, Phil Nev and Kiziak having a little bit of a ghosting. Piece of mayhem. Ruminek not quite in golds. DRS yet. Janino with a 3-second time penalty, and Dave Cookie losing control of the car. That's his front wing gone. And is that another safety car? Yes, it is. Oh my lord. And is Ruminek going to fit this time? You think this time? No, you can't pit. Lee Webb has retired in the pit lane and is stripping on another set of the medium compound. If Ruminek pits now, I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be angry with him. No, I don't think that's right. Ruminek should. If Ruminek pits now, he'll be P. I don't know. Ennis knows I'm going to catch up. Freeze is going to pit, but I don't think anyone else will pit. Maybe Dave. Dave's got no front wing. P7? Does Shoel have damage? Shoel does not have damage. Ruminek can win the championship if he wins the race and gets the fastest lap. That was a... How do I say it? There was a penalty removal in Monza. But I'm going to see, is Riminick into the pit lane? No, he is not. I think that's a smart decision by him. But this is absolute chaos. Lee Webb has went to the pub. Cheers. Okay, so Alex has just asked me a question because of the standings. So, on the standing sheet, it says how many wins everyone has and how many podiums everyone has. So, Alex is wondering if Raminski wins, he'd go to 2 wins and 7 podiums. Jack, 2 wins, 6 podiums. Just to clarify, countback operates at second, not podium. So, because they'll be tied on wins, it would go to how many second places they have, and then third, and then fourth, and then fifth. It's not about how many podiums they have. That is the real life rules at the very least. I'm checking just now for clarification, because that was something I wasn't aware of, but it should operate second place. Yeah, I think Jack does have this in the bag, but I'm checking with Wodge as we speak. It should be second places, and if I was in control, it would be second places. If it's overall podiums, that will shock me. I'm not going to lie, that will shock me. Barry Kruger is going to be stuck behind you. You have to think these medium tyres. I haven't seen much wear, so Raminski's going to have to fight quite a bit to keep people behind as Villeneuve enters the pit lane. So actually now, if Bastian didn't pit. Okay. Interesting strategy. So if Riminick had pitted, he would be P7, which I don't think is worth it, in all honesty. I think staying out. So there may be another safety car period, you never know, and then in that safety car period, maybe Rimitsky pits for soft that time. It's going to be carnage, that's all I know. But these mediums have not seen much wear, which is something you need to remember. These mediums are pretty much ready to go still. So, well, I don't know exactly. I can't imagine they're over 20% now, to be honest. What Kruger and Sonny have seen won the racing lap on these mediums. Yeah, no, I think they'll be hard pressed to be over 20%. They're still in working condition. They're still good tyres. But same for the hards. They've not actually seen that many racing laps either. So while the hards are slowed in the mediums, I don't believe the mediums are going to just fly away with things. You're still going to have to fight. It's going to be tough. And we're going to have 6 laps of racing left to go. I've asked Wodge, but he has not responded. Actually, let me check the rulebook if I have access to it in time. Is safety car coming in this lap? I hope not. Bastian Freeze got a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Kiziak. I don't believe Kiziak also received that penalty. It's interesting to see. Is the safety car coming in? I am pretty sure it is. Kiziak and Kikia, I don't know what is going on here. What is they doing? Okay, alright, well. Well, it's safe to say Kikia's embarrassed himself, hasn't he? Safety car is in this lap. I guess Kiki's gonna. What has just happened there? I'm not sure that is a safety car bug, but we'll see. Sorry, I'm actually quite stunned by that, but I have a good feeling that Kukia, a drive-through penalty is a lenient penalty. I believe he's going to be disqualified from the race when I do the shooting this week. Same for Battling Freeze. Also, they're both clearly not supposed to be where they are. Contact, carnage, have really ruined that safety car restart. Should be a little bit embarrassed, to be honest. Oh, and there's been a crash at the back of the field. Well, not the back of the field, the mid-pack. Barry Kruger is in quite a few positions, and there's another safety car. Rain in it. You're rain in it. Rain in it. I can't do it right there. There's another safety car period, and yeah, I'm really flummoxed now. I don't know what's going on at all. Riminsky could pit if he wanted to. There are people on the soft tyres. Kukia will likely be able to set fastest lap at some point. Gold into the pit lane. Riminsky opts to stay out. That's a bold strategy call from him. Not many people behind coming into the pit lane, in fairness. Well, why would it be an SC bug? That's what I don't understand. There's something to indicate there was an SC bug. Ennis has just killed. Ennis has just killed Kiziak. Okay. Desync is apparently happening in the server. Don't. Ennis is playing on a hot spot. But okay, there's lots of desync apparently. Let me get this bad boy up. This bad boy rulebook up. I did open it and then I lost it again. That's really fucking annoying. Pardon my French. Pardon my Francois. Gold, can you let me know if you're watching, well, Bashi, you're watching it, so let ask Gold. Can you let me know when the desync started happening? So, if a red flag is waved between 50 and 75% race distance, so like 25 to 5.4, you got what, 6.25. So, might have happened before then. Division coordinator has a choice between finishing a race, drivers will be awarded with half of regular race points. Organising a long sprint race, drivers will be awarded with 4 points. DNF. Yeah, and if a red flag is waved between 75% and checkered flag, race is finished, drivers will be awarded full points. So, okay, I'm just keeping track here, seeing what Gold said. When did the safety car? Okay, because I would, if I, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not killing a championship on a red flag. No, I'm not, if I red flag it, we'll do the long sprint. Okay, so that'd be 8 laps of action. Lap 19, 6.25. Okay. Start of... That was the... Okay, Ennis has just Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Okay. Going to do a red flag, just for total transparency. What we're going to do is I'm going to work out exactly when the desync happened. The belief is that it happened after a collision. From that point, we're going to see whether that's 75% or over, and then that's how we move on from that point forward. So there is the possibility that we can do this race again, or the race results may be over. So we are going to do it. So hang on, red flag. Retire from session. Okay, so asking everyone to say in the lobby. There. So it started with Dave Cookier. So going to go. Going to get to do it. I'm going to work as quickly as possible to sort this out for you. I'm very, very apologetic, guys. Please retire from the session. We're going to work out when the race is continuing from, and then from that point forward, we're going to discuss, work out whether this is lap 75 or what show on this stream. Desync appeared to happen on lap 19. So if you think 25, 24, 26 laps, the 19th lap is so it's 50, 75, which means that we're going to do a long sprint. Yeah. Yes. So it's a long sprint. Okay. I will ask people. So just to be clear, I'm doing this fairly. Chihuahua is still driving. Someone let Chihuahua know, please. From the start of lap 19. Sorry. Yeah, we're doing things from... Okay, looking, yep, yeah, long sprint is clearly favoured. So that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, Gold is not listening to me. So we're going to have to invite everyone back to the lobby. I'm very sorry about this, guys, but we are working as quick as we can to get things back underway. 9-1, 8-0, in fact, for a long sprint. So we will be resuming this race with 8 laps to go. Golden Flame has invited me to another lobby. I'm going to quickly invite everyone back to the session as quickly as possible. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'm joining the session, yes indeed. To view my quickest. So, going to invite, yep. Then it was Stevie was out of the session, so he does not get to come back. But everyone from Phil. Why can't I add you? Thank you. Dave Cookia. And then Sully. But Sully can join anyway. Please rejoin the session. I'll take back. Oh no! Clearly not that. Okay. Spectating. I do not believe Webb is joining, so... So yeah, it is looking like the race will be continued. I actually have used the rulebook now. You cannot have a go at me this time. The race is going, yeah. So yeah, and the desync affected the results, so we have to go from this point forward. And say it's fair as people that didn't found the safety car. So So the grid will be as follows: Mr. Golden Flame P1, Riminek P2, Yarninio P3, Kiziak P4, Barry Kruger P5, Dave Cookier P6, James Sully P7, JS Villeneuve P8, Bastian Freeze P9, Ero Ps P10, and Lee Webb P11. Lee Webb, as far as I'm aware, has already went to do other things, so will not be returning. Hopefully everyone else can return for this session. Joel Santos, as he retired before lap 17, will not be allowed back into the session, unfortunately. Do, 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 do. Okie dokie. How many people are in the session? 7 people. Where is Raminsky? That's quite an important one. You're trying to invite Raminek now. Actually, I'm just going to fight F4 one more time. Who are we waiting on? We are waiting on Golden Flame in the session. Raminek not in the session. Yano in the session. Kiziak in the session. Barry in the session. Dave Cookier not in the session. Neither is Bastian Freeze. Ennis is in the session. Lee Webb not in the session. I don't believe Lee Webb will be joining. So we are waiting on Cookier, Brunek, and Freeze. Raminsky cannot join. Ethan, Raminsky is in the session. Okay, that would be quite funny if after all of that, Raminsky wasn't in the session. That would be comedic. But not true. Bastian Freeze. I haven't fighted Bastian. Someone's just left the session. Who just dropped out? Kiziak, Yano, Barry, Gold, Sully? No. Ennis? No. Who was it then? Because there were 7 of us. Lee Webb, again, not joining, just have the chat. Neither Haas is currently here. Mr. Gonflame is here. Nick is here. Is here. Kiziak is here. Barry is here. Cookier. Villeneuve not here. Okay. Santos has now left the session. I believe Santos does have work tomorrow morning, so it would make sense. Okay, Villeneuve is back in session. That is good stuff. It's cruel, Kiziak. We're going to have 8 people when Villeneuve finally joins back. Can I look at the grid by any chance? Do not believe so. Off, on, full. Yep, that's all good. Saudi Arabia, yeah, that's a good start. Sprint race, long sprint race. Clear, dry. Full points remain for this session, by the way, that is important to clarify. Clear, customize weather. Session start time should be. On, yeah, and that's it. Off, yeah, all good. Okay, 1 second, I'm just going to join another. Kiziak is not too pleased with Kiki's arrival. Kikia P. So with the current grid we have Gold, Reminsky, Yano, Kiziak, Yano, Kiziak, then it will be Kruger, Kokia, Sully, Santos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then finally. Okay. Go, go, go. The session is a go. We're going to have 9 laps of racing in Saudi Arabia, which I, not until long ago, well, not recently, thought meant South Arab. It doesn't. Saudi, I mean, I don't know what it means, but it doesn't mean South. So it's good to know if you're a passionate Saudi Arabia fan, like I am as a Newcastle United fan. You know, you got to big up the brutal state. Sorry, my apologies. I gotta say something. How long has this stream been on for? 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we're getting underway for the race. Nice stuff. I've commentated longer 100% races in fairness, so. And a reminder, if there is obvious intra-team work, intra-team work between Rominski and other drivers to allow Rominski to win the championship. A disqualification is possible. We do not want Rominski to win this championship by default. That's not how things are. Jack said he wasn't going to race. He was loyal to that fact. It's unfair to punish him in that way. So the disqualification is likely. And I have told Gold about the weather, and yep, it looks like it's daytime out there. Okay, we're just going to go with the weather. It's not great. Ennis is lagged out already, so I will try to invite him back. No, maybe it is actually. But lights out and away we go for the Ero Ps F4 finale championship decider in Saudi Arabia. Rominski already surviving into turn 1. Looks like Kukia going for another interesting dive bomb, to say the least. Kukia now overtaking Larry Kruger. I think Larry Kruger may have actually had an interesting thing there. Ennis is lagged out of the session, but I can't invite him unfortunately, so hopefully the group invites I've already sent will work. Ennis, yeah, back into the session. Good stuff. Is anyone on the soft compound of tyre? It does not believe so. Everyone playing it rather safe. It's definitely not the right daytime conditions, but nevertheless we continue. There's been a retirement and it's Sullivan losing control of the car in turn 1, and that may be a safety car already. Sullivan, no! That's gut-wrenching. And Sullivan out of the session, and there's already been a safety car called. Time penalties do apply. From the first round. Warnings, no, I can't check warnings unfortunately. But I will go through the race just to make sure. Actually, I'll ask if someone else can do it quickly just to make sure who had what penalties. Gold, I'm pretty sure had 3 seconds. That was a mistake on my part, but remember, it was no, actually, my apologies. It was Gold, Kukia. Do not remember his penalty, and Lee Webb is not here, so that will be rather irrelevant. Kiziak and Ennis finding themselves in the pit lane for, I imagine, soft tyres. No, Ennis onto another set of the mediums. So is Kiziak. Wow. I would have went for the softs, but I would have also got a puncture, so maybe that's a good move by them. I can hear myself watching the stream. That's horrifying. So yeah, we're back underway under the safety car. It's only going to be about 3 laps. Yeah, Charles Santos did win the original race, which is incredible. Was that desync as well? No, I don't believe so. That's just Ghost then. Okay, so I need to find. I'm looking at the original stream just to find out. Golden Flame is the only person with a 3-second time penalty. Winning this race will provide you full points as well. That is very important to remember because it's a continuation of the last race. Just the game settings. I still don't believe a sprint should be set at this time, but you know, if Gold believes that's the case, Gold believes that's the case. Did Gold have the 3-second time penalty? No. Now we need to find out the first time Dave got a penalty. When was the first time Dave got a penalty? Let me go here, let me wind up the playback speed as well. Okay, I'm going to skip across a little bit. Kukia, oh, I've got that nearly perfect actually. Kukia with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Then did he get another one? We're going to find out. Kukia has a 3 or 5 seconds. So I'm not sure that Kukia. Don't remember anyone getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane there, no, honestly. It'd be unlikely for someone to get a penalty here. D-Web ignoring yellow flags, but you know, that's whatever. Warnings do not apply to the final times. Oh, Barry Kruger going a little bit wide. Now on board with Kukia once again. I'm going to have to turn the playback speed down to normal. But then spam the ever-living shit, pardon my French, out of the boost button. I want to know if Kukia has 3 or 6 seconds. I don't believe Kukia is streaming either. Ennis wasn't near him for quite a while. There was a fastest lap there by someone. I'm pretty sure the fastest lap will be set from this session, but it'll be the fastest lap from the main race and the fastest lap from this session will be combined to see who is truly who truly has the fastest lap. I'm pretty sure it was gold with 131.6 when I checked it. Stevie got a drive-through penalty and then another drive-through penalty, but that's still not that damaging. Safety car is taking its while to come in. Kukia still on 3 seconds, but I could just probably ask someone, because I imagine there'll be a report because of how bad some of that driving was for Kukia. How many time penalties had? And this feels not worth it in all honesty now I'm doing this. Did he make contact with... He made contact with Kiziak on the safety car. I'm not sure if he actually shared that penalty. Okay, alright. New plan. We're going to go on to Ennis's stream at some point and work out. But safety car is coming in and we are about to get underway with 6 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Gold is going to go quite late and Braminsky's being jumped a little bit. Nino not quite looking for an overtake in turn 1. Is Kukia going to go for another audacious dive bomb? Actually a really good overtake that time. A little bit of contact, losing control of the car ever so slightly. Indicating Barry Kruger, and it's going for an overtake around the outside. I'm sure Santos. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. Santos losing out on the outside. The next corner, Kiziak going around the outside as well. These two are pushing. They know they have the pace. To keep up with the front guys, but Gold has already jumped Raminsky. A fantastic opening lap from Gold indeed, setting the purple sector so far. So Gold will lose 3 seconds at the end of this race. It's going to be a tight affair indeed. Stay tuned. If you're enjoying the stream, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the link in the description below to join the Discord. Talking to drivers, become one of the drivers. You're going to love it. But Raminsky might not be loving it right now. He might be sweating a little bit. Maybe he has damage. He's lost 2 seconds to Mr. Golden Flame already. He's definitely hit the wall there. That could be a potential warning, but he's lost all momentum. And now Yarninho on the back of Ruminek coming into the final corner. Is Yarninho going to go for an overtake and slow Ruminek down? No, not quite. It's been a thrilling end to the season. Down in the Middle East. Yarninho, the Belgian. His foot there. Mr. Golden Flame of 131.6. That is the new fastest lap. Yarno and Barry Kruger going side by side into turn 1, giving Ruminek quite a little bit of room to push on. Ruminek with about 40% of his ERS. You're going to have to wonder if he does a push lap at some point, because as long as he stays in the 3 seconds of Mr. Golden Flame, the championship could actually be his. It's unlikely, don't get me wrong, as Yarno gets another 3-second time penalty. His first one got wiped, but this one will absolutely stand. And this is really interesting to see. And Villeneuve falling a little bit away, falling a little bit behind at the back of the pack. We've got Dave Kukia, Ennis, and Kiziak in the battle for P5. Yarno trailing Barry a little bit. Barry trailing Raminsky, but Mr. Golden Flame, a man on a mission. 2.6 seconds is the gap. Dave Kukia into the wall with a little bit of an unsafe rejoin as well. Does he have damage? I don't believe so. So that's not going to be another safety car. Kiziak looking for an overtaking opportunity on Ennis. DRS not open until next lap. But Kiziak using the ERS already to secure the overtake. Good stuff. Rimanek not under threat from the car behind, but not putting Mr. Golden Flame under threat as well. This is going to be very tight. Mr. Golden Flame saying a 1:30.9. Arinsky not quite setting that time that good as well. Fortunately for him, we're going to get the lap delta time up here as Arinsky really does need the fastest lap now to see what happens. Arinek now clipping the paint, yeah, clipping the apexes, putting in a shift. Mr. Golden Flame is really pushing now, however, and outside of the 3-second bit, so it looks like Rimanek now is going to trail Jack by 7 points. Barry Kruger with a 3-second time penalty of his own. Golden Flame, you never know, he could get another penalty, but with this pace, it does look like Rimanek. Oh, Rimanek's lost control of the car. Oh, Rimanek has lost control of the car and has lost about half a second to Barry Kruger behind now. Mr. Golden Flame are running away with things as things stand. If Mr. Golden Flame alls to DNF now, however, not the electric car fastest lap point. However, it would not go to Rimanek, so Rimanek really does need to push if he wants to set the fastest lap of the session. Is he going to do so? I'm not so sure. Barry and Nino fighting between themselves. The Rimanek P2 is almost certain. P1 is a possibility, but it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight indeed. We've got 3 laps of racing action now in the sunniest Jeddah you have ever seen. And now things are getting interesting. As Nino goes for an overtake on Barry well before the first turn, and Kiziak already reaching, and he's going a little bit slower. May have some wing damage. He is flashing. Kikia after his spin, and Joao Santos going on to the soft tyre. The safety car can no longer be called out. And Rimanek is losing a lot of time to Mr. Golden Flame. He needs to set a blinder of a lap and hope that Mr. Golden Flame, if it DNFs, gets another time penalty, which is looking fairly unlikely indeed. Touching the wall, does he have wing damage? He may come clean after the race and say that he does have a bit of wing damage. Yanino catching up to him as well. This is looking very spicy, but not what Roginski wants. He does look like Jack Bailey. Jack Bailey's Aninsky pushing with everything he's got, but Yanino is catching up. Yeah, I mean, Riminski had 5 seconds the gap between him and Mr. Golden Flame. This is a fantastic performance from Gold, that has to be said. He is controlled most of this race. Sebastian Freeze trolls Jack Bailey inquiring about who's won, and then finding out that no one has won quite yet. The Alpines fighting Helen Tong for the final podium position, which doesn't make too much sense considering Kiziak doesn't have a time penalty. You'd think they just let him go. Kiziak coming in the corner so slightly there. However, maybe Yanino thinks he can get this penalty removed. Is Joao Santos going to set fast up the session? No, not quite. Ennis with a 3-second time penalty, and Riminski is now really looking tough for him to catch up to Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame with a 3-second time penalty from the race before. But that's not enough. He's going to need, again, a DNF, and Riminski's going to have to pull the fastest lap out of somewhere, and I'm just not sure he's able to do so. Let me go to the fastest lap, a 1:31.8 for Riminski, a 1:30.9 for Mr. Golden Flame. If Riminski can somehow find 9/10, I'm not so sure, and it looks like he's actually losing 9/10 with the cars behind, hot on his wheels. Jack Bailey, all but certainly champion now coming into the final round as Kusiak overtakes Riminski, and we start the final lap of Ero Ps F4 Season 9 in Jeddah. He's gone flame leading that lap, of course. Ruminski going for an overtake on Kiziak. He goes to the outside. Can he make the overtake stick? Yes, he does before the corner even happens. Cars behind going side by side as, oh well, Barry Kruger getting the better of Ionino on this occasion. It's only a few more overtaking opportunities this race. It will be interesting to see if anyone goes for that daring a lunge to give themselves an extra position or two. Santos, can he set the fastest lap? It's a 1:31.8. So a good lap, but still a second slower than the Golden Flame Signers. Dave Kuki puts everything into the fastest lap, taking a very, very slow final turn of lap 8. Mr. Golden Flame flying. Ruminek just in front of Kiziak, but he's going to be vulnerable to the DRS. I think Ruminek knows his title hopes are all but over. You're going to see the Delta as he comes around here, but yeah, absolutely. Dave for fastest lap, possibly, but irrelevant nevertheless. Ruminek. I can't see his Delta time because of your comment, but Mr. Golden Flame around the front corner. There's a yellow flag at the back of the field. And that's actually for Barry Kruger, who's lost a little bit of his front wing. That would have been good to see a couple of laps earlier. Mr. Golden Flame coming around the final corner, however, and he is going to win the Ero Ps F4 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. But more importantly, Jack Bailey is going to win the championship from Ruminek, who comes across the line P2 and 7 points behind the championship leader, with Kiziak rounding out the podium. Jack Bailey, ladies and gentlemen, is your Ero Ps F4 world champion, or European, I don't know, European or world champion, I'm not entirely sure. And if I'm correct, that is Jack Bailey's second champion. He's won Season 6 F5, he's won Season 9 F4. Judging by this telemetry, by Season 23, he will be F1 champion, and that will be an incredible feat, to say the least. Jack Bailey, give it up for your champion. Ruminski really did put everything on the line, Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame, another beast. Another beast today. You simply could not beat Gold. Incredible performance by him. A really good performance by Gold. We're going to get Gold, Ruminek and Kiziak into a party, if possible. I'm going to ask Jack if he can also join. Yep, I'm going to invite the podium sitters to the party. Maybe get a few more people in to see their thoughts. Why not? It's gonna be fun. We want to see. So we got a paddock announcement. What is the paddock announcement? How good the season has ended. Maybe more soon. Maybe. Okay, that's interesting news. Let me invite Golden Flame. I hope that I'm actually friends with these people as well. Mr. Golden Flame, I'm friends with. My apologies. I did not catch the rest of the pack. However, I'm pretty sure you got Mr. Golden Flame. Mr. Golden Flame, P1. Ruminski, P2. Kiziak, P3. Then after that, it was going to be Nino P4, Ennis P5, Kruger P6, Joel Santos P7, and then Dave Kukia P8. By default, admittedly, you have to be honest there. Kiziak, let's invite Kiziak to the party. And Ruminek. If I can invite Ruminek, that is. I don't really remember what his username is. Okay, I'm going to invite Kiziak and Gold first, and then I'll find out what Ruminek's username is. Ruminek dash. Huh. I can see him. Kiziak, are you there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Mr. Golden Flame, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just reading Jack's enormous message.
Huh. Is it actually enormous?
Yeah, I mean, I thought you type long messages. I've been
Oh,
corrected.
very funny. Very funny. I've invited Remix to the party. I'm guessing Jack can't take part in an interview.
No, but he has pre-typed a winning message.
This is generated by AI.
Yeah. It says I've been dreaming of this as a young child.
Yeah, no, that would have to be, yeah.
Well, no, because he's got Morgonius in his name in it.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
true.
she's edited it.
Maybe. I like that. I like that, though. That's actually quite funny. I'm going to read out Jack's comment first, and then I'm going to go on to the interviews. I'll probably start with Ruminek first, if Ruminek is here, which he isn't. But Jack Bailey has got a statement, a prepared statement for us. Gentlemen, I'm absolutely thrilled to stand before you today as the Ero F4 World Champion. This is a moment that I have been dreaming of since I was a young child, and I'm so grateful to have finally achieved it. First and foremost, I want to thank my incredible team. Without their tireless efforts, dedication, and support, this victory would not have been possible. From the mechanics to the engineers to the pit crew, every single person on this team played a crucial role in helping me reach the top of the podium. Morgonius will forever be a legend and has played a massive part on and off track to seal the constructor's title for Ferrari. And I'm going to post the rest in the comment section because I'm going to be tired by the end of that message. But anyway, that was a fantastic race. I apologise on well, yeah, I mean, you had some issues in the first race, Kuziak.
Until the last 4 laps, the weather shit.
I didn't know about the second. We're going to get onto that later. I apologise on Codemaster's behalf for the desync, which ruined and improved a title finale, depending on your spin on things. Someone's replied to Jack's message with a clown emoji, Bastion, and that makes me very upset.
Yes, who's been asking me the entire time to let Runeck by.
Yeah, the entire time. Mr. Golden Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Going into that second race, you were aware that you had a 3-second time penalty.
Yes.
And you ended up winning the race by 7 seconds. So what happened? And are you just the best driver ever in Jeddah? Because that was a very, very good performance, Mr. Golden Flame.
I just turned the monitor on. I don't know, actually. I mean, I knew I had the 3 seconds, but that's all I was aiming for was that gap. I guess I just went further.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair,
are you sure
in a
you're
different
happy?
league race, in a different league race in Jeddah, I got a 15-second gap in 8 laps. So maybe it's just my track. Who knows? Who knows?
And maybe it is a track. That was a very, very important, very good performance by you.
Thank you.
Kind of a controlled race.
Came at the wrong time, though.
Was
I come 4 or 5 races earlier.
Well, I think for all three of you, that performance maybe would come at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Kiziak, a really good performance by you. You didn't let the time penalty. You didn't just coast behind the cars ahead because they had time penalties. You took the podium, and then you nearly even took P2 after pitting at the end of the first lap. Did you have wing damage on that first lap, or was it just a strategy call, just for slightly newer tyres?
No, that was strategy caused by Dave Coulter. I told you, and he did it again.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm happy that I managed to recover. I hope to be P2, but yeah, Rumunek is intelligent driver, so he didn't let me to do it. I lost my ERS, so there was no chance to overtake him in the end. But anyway, still a good race. The second one, the first one was a mess.
Yeah, the first race, better forgotten, maybe. I really did believe that Dave Cookier had just decided that he wanted to lead the race.
I thought it was decent, but I don't think it was. I think he genuinely just went past everyone.
I want to see what happened there. Obviously, that can't stand either way. So
No, you got to drive through. So.
you got to drive through, but drive through is very generous when
But
you
I was
take
so
out Kiziak
confused
and then overtake 9 cars on the safety car. It's a very generous
because
penalty at drive
because
through.
then the safety car came in on the last, as on the exit of the last corner, and
Yeah,
threw me off with a restart.
and it's also killed Kiziak. I mean, Kiziak, you did get killed quite a lot of times today, which I'm sorry for. It was,
Yeah, apologies also for myself. Yeah, I lost my temper, but yeah, if you see my POVs, that you could maybe understand that the first race was really an open lob, and the worst open lob.
yeah, I know that's not going right. I mean, Jack Paddy's just said, was it a fun race in the chat? And I imagine that you would say no, it wasn't a fun race. Dave
Well,
Cook, yeah,
I don't
okay.
allow myself to be so negative, so thank you for the season. Yeah, and congratulations to Jack.
What a
It's
season!
quite funny for me, but still, this
Yeah,
is what you get when you generate it by AI. Yeah?
yeah, that is a very
I'm
good
joking. I'm
speech.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, I like it. I like the speech. Um, Dave Cook, yeah, I have a feeling we won't be reported quite a few times because turn one didn't appear to be a braking zone for Dave. It was more of a
What
just a
lap
turning
one?
zone.
I
Yeah, Cookie
I
got to
figured it was
P9 to
him.
P2
Yeah, because
somehow.
I was like, he wasn't anywhere on my screen for the race start, and then suddenly he's P1 out of lap like turn two.
Yeah, it was more of a it was a die or win
It's those F5
situation.
drivers.
A no,
A
it's
A
unfair. But
how?
either way, Kiziak, congratulations on a P3, a really good result to end off the season. Um, Gold, I've already congratulated you. But Ruminski, are you there, Ruminek?
Yes. Yeah.
Commiserations, first of all.
Thank you.
You did a really good race, about as good a race as you could do. It's just unfortunate that Mr. Golden Flame was a bit too quick today. Uh, was there any point of the race where you thought that the potential for you to win the championship was actually on? Did you actually believe that you could win the championship at any point today?
Yes, at lap one, and then I lost it. I I already lost hopes after Brazil for the championship because I just bottled it like in France at Silverstone. Belgium was also unlucky for me, and I couldn't do so many things today because like Golden Flame was too fast for everyone today. So the best what I could get is like P2. So I'm happy anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly not something to beat yourself up over. It was a really good performance. I was surprised during the second safety car period where you stayed out on the hard tyres rather than pit for mediums. Was that a strategical choice to have track position, or after it happened, did you realise that maybe pitting would have been better to get the fastest lap?
Yes, I was thinking about to pit, but at the other side, maybe it would be so much carnage that I couldn't avoid anything, because this race was like in an open lobby, so anything could happen when I go like to P7 or P8. So I just wanted to stay at P2 and try to get the errors from Golden Flame.
Yeah, and it nearly worked. It did nearly work. And to be fair, Mr. Golden Flame's pace in the sprint seemed to be like at 2 times the speed of the pace in the main race. So I don't know how Mr. Golden Flame was that quick.
Are you
Um,
accusing me of something, Liam?
maybe. No, of
Mm.
course I'm not. You're not on PC today. You're on PlayStation. Um, but you never know. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it was a.
Wow.
um,
Wouldn't
yeah,
be the first time.
I do. I do genuinely think Ruminski that was as good a performance you could have done today, and nothing to be ashamed of. 7 points away from the championship. I know it hurts. I know it will sting, but next season, all the more reason to go again. And I think you could, whichever tier you land up in, I do think there's a good potential of you getting some very, very good points and good events, etc., etc.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. But I'm happy that I can uninstall this shit game, so I hate this game so much, it's
And
like
spend
waste of
60 quid on.
I
time to
already deleted the game and then had to reinstall it to commentate, so I was quite upset when I was forced back into the commentary booth. But yeah, now
man,
we can
this
all
game
delete
was
it, so it's all good.
yeah, I deleted it right now, so I hate this game so much.
Oh, it's nice to see that this game will go down in memory as one of the best, won't it? It's a tragedy that we had to play this game. Hopefully, F123 is better by quite a significant margin. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I have enough left in the tank to do another season. I think I might have to drop out of everything. But yeah, thank you for doing the interviews, boys. Been lovely to have you. It's been lovely. The championship fight with Jack Bailey as well. Um, our new champion. And with honourable shout outs to Barry Kruger, Ennis Safari, and Crackshot, who all made the championship fight really intense until the final few races, um, including you two as well, Kiziak, Golden Flame. You both were in the championship hunt for quite a while.
I
It's
till I became the biggest bottle job of the
yeah,
entire league.
latter half of the season, not to be spoken about, Gold, but
Nope.
but it is what it is. It's been a pleasure. And also, this time I can't promote any other tiers because all the other tiers have been cancelled. So this is actually the final race of Ero this season, and we got a good race to sign things off on. I have been your host, Mr. Liam Cross, as always, and this has been Ero Ps F4. This is the end of season 9. Stay tuned for news on season 10 coming shortly. I hope to be seeing you three again sometime soon. Maybe driving alongside, maybe commentating. We'll never know until we get there. But if any of you have any final thoughts to say, you know,
Actually, I want just to congratulate to Jack. I congratulated so like last week because of my 10 seconds penalty and like I was so surprised that the COS removed that 10-second penalty. So I just want to congratulate him.
yeah, I don't want to
Words
talk.
from
Oh,
me.
yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Just want to say again that the Euro Week is so well organized, well managed, with such a nice commentators, talented commentators, so many talented drivers, exception of Dave. But still, this is so fun for me racing with you guys, and hopefully we see each other again in the new season, in the new game. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and hopefully with more than 12 drivers next season. That'd be a nice way to end things, is to actually have a full grid for once. Gold, have you any final things to say, or is that it?
Nah, I'm done with this. I'm just done with everything.
Well,
On to
okay.
F123.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it's a little bit better.
another year of misery. But without
Yep.
further ado, thank you for watching the stream. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, and click the link in the description below to get involved in the Discord server, join the racing, chat to the racers, maybe even help out, be a commentator, be a steward. You never know, you might find something for you in the European Racing Organisation. But I've been your host, and I hope you have a blessed end to the day. With one person watching, so whoever that one person is, I hope you have a lovely day.